Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow and I'm here with Catherine Halecko. Say hi, Catherine.
Hi, Terry.
Usually on this podcast we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Catherine and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. This week, we chatted about the latest episode in our Good Place and West Wing watches, but first, Dancing with the Stars, which I watched and Catherine did not. Will, right, presumably.
So yes, I will, but you'll have to give me the quick recap.
I'm here to ruin it for you. Well, it was country night, which was fun. I mean, I think a lot of the dances were really fun. I enjoyed them. An unfortunate thing about country night is that they get people to come on to sing their country songs. Mm-hmm. And when you have a special guest musician there, you have to show that musician. You have to give that person some face time. So it's like in the middle of the dance, suddenly we're looking at the singer for, 12 beats. And it's like, wait a minute, aren't we supposed to
I need to see the dance, please.
And it's like, I understand the way show business works, and you have to do that. But couldn't they do like a screen-in screen or something? So we don't just suddenly we're looking at some guy singing for...
Right.
I want to watch the dancing. That's
and
kind of what the show is called.
Were the dances like the usual suspects, or were they country-ish?
They were the usual suspects done country-y. Like John's number was jazz, but it was like a Western, a lot of Western line dancing in it. It was like Western dancing. Okay. And there was a number of waltzes. There was Ivana did a rumba that seemed to involve lots and lots and lots and lots of twirling, which she did beautifully. And Juan Pablo had a Charleston, which seems not, but that just looked like country dancing. It didn't look like Charleston to me. But of course, he does very well. He's very good, but there's something cheesy about him that I just can't get excited about him. I don't know what it is. And Milo had a foxtrot, which he still did very well. I got 30 for it. There's a lot of 30s, 3 30s tonight, I guess. But he's best at the ones that are high energy. Yeah. So he did very well, and he controlled himself, and he was serious, but it wasn't as much fun as he usually is. Yeah. He got 30, and Alexis and Alan got 30, and also kissed out by the horses, and they have feelings.
And everyone went crazy.
One way or the other, yes.
Yeah.
There's lots of talk about I have feelings. Do you have feelings? You said yes last week that you have feelings, and now I realize that I feel things too. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Is this the way the kids do it today? It's all about the feels. There's no actually other words. There's just feelings.
Well, and
maybe
also
the feeling is love. Maybe the feeling is revulsion. We're not sure, but there are feelings.
Everyone has feelings. We need a little more qualification to understand what that means.
Oh my, are they pushing that? I'm amused by the fact that every time my husband comes into the room and sees Alexis, he says, "Who is that?" And I said, "Remember, she's the swimsuit model I showed you the pictures." Oh yeah. And then he comes out like there's another dance that same week. Who's that? It's like, I know it's hard to recognize her with clothes on, but still, she looks the same on the dance show from one dance to another. I guess she just has a sort of, I don't know, they certainly girly her up with bows in her hair and stuff. Bobby did a nice waltz. It was very slow, which I thought was a little tough. Not his best number, but I still like him. Len gave him an 8, so he ran over and kissed him. So he said, Len gave him an 8.
Len was thrilled.
And DeMarcus and Lindsay had a very pretty number. It was, she had said that it was a Viennese waltz, and he needed to take care of her. That you need to take care of your partner in that dance. And so it seemed a little manhandly to me, but it was still very good. They're always very good. Joe, I can't even remember what Joe danced. What did he do? Oh, it was plotty. I mean, he's definitely getting better. Mm-hmm. I do see progress, but he's like right now where most people are, like in week 2.
Yeah.
You know, where you say, wow, look, they're kind of following along and they're doing a couple of dance steps. Good for you, but it's like these are almost the finals or the semifinals.
Yeah.
Should have a little more game than that, man.
It's just sad that other people have had to go home while he's still there, and taking up space.
We will get to that in a minute. But first, in addition to everybody's dance, they then had these team dances, which were Bobby and Joe were the team captains because they were the lowest scorers. Joe's team was Alexis, DeMarcus, and Juan Pablo.
Oh, and that's so pretty stacked.
That means that the other team was
Milo,
Ivana, and John. Yes, and Bobby. So they did their dance first, Bobby's team, and it was fun. It was 9 to 5. It was very busy, but very cute. They had a lot of little cute things they did. Mm-hmm. And then they got 29. And then Joe's team did their thing, and it was kind of a mess. I didn't think it was very good. My husband, who was wanders through the room, you know, in and out while he's also felt objectively that the first one was much better. So they did get fewer points. I think they got 26. So, but anyway, and then we got to the double elimination. Right. And they name 3 couples, 2 of whom are going home, one of which is going to stay. And the couples were DeMarcus and Lindsay, John and Emma, and Ivana and Keo. Ugh. A very unsatisfying 3.
Yeah.
So, of those 3, I was rooting for Ivana to stay, and indeed she did. Okay. So John and finally we got some guys going home. John and DeMarcus went home. John, I think John was the last classic celeb standing, I guess. Mm-hmm. You know, so it probably is time for him. He did very well tonight. He got good scores tonight. And although I had to laugh, he talked about his divorce in his package. So it's like, apparently that's the kiss of death. Both he and Mary Lou went home on the week where they talked about their divorce. Let this be a lesson to you, celebs. Right. Keep it to yourself. Nobody wants to hear that.
We know DeMarcus has one in his past, but
they will retroactively take their votes away. Yeah, just don't talk about it. We don't care if you did it. Feelings, it's okay to talk about, but divorce is. But I was surprised that DeMarcus went home when he did. I thought he would stay a little bit longer. But of course, since Joe apparently seems to be unrootable,
yeah,
other people are going to keep going home. So,
that just really makes me sad.
Yeah, but it's like they don't even, you know, they could put Joe in jeopardy a bunch of times and it would at least make Jeopardy suspenseful. Mm-hmm. But no, he doesn't even, they don't even put him in fake Jeopardy. He's just there. He's there forever. He's going to win.
Ugh, Terry,
going to put that mirror ball in his grocery cart and wheel away.
Oh.
But meanwhile, Bobby did mention on the show that he is going to be a mentor for American Idol next season. So, you know, he got what he wanted out of this show, I guess. Mm-hmm. So now I have to decide if I'm going to keep voting for him, or if I'm maybe Ivana.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, she's good and she's getting better. It was a very pretty dance. She did have the mists of hiding footwork, so I wonder what that was about. But you know, they did a rumba and it was very pretty to watch and it was very good. But what I felt they lacked was the connection, you know. Some of the really good couples will make it look like they're hot for each other while they're doing the rumba. And this was just very pretty. You didn't get any of that. And right after they had a group dance, I guess promoting the tour. So it was Gleb and Artem and Val and Jenna and Whitney and Brittany. And boy, Artem and Whitney were like doing a masterclass of what I was just thinking about. Of, you know, looking completely in love while they're doing this number. Right. And then, you know, it's done and Faust just smiles. So that's something that they need to, maybe Keo and Ivana could work on. Because technically they got the steps down.
Right.
So anyway, it'll be interesting. See where it goes from here. But, John and DeMarcus.
Bummer.
So long.
Yeah.
But, they were both very upbeat about it. No crying. So.
Yeah. Well, they're big boys. I'm surprised Joe isn't crying when he finds out he has to stay.
Yeah.
Or maybe he is, and
they don't show him. Well, it was funny because his package made me think, are they trying to get people to stop voting for him? So they were making like a joke. I guess he got good scores and good comments last week with the Halloween dance. So he was acting all full of himself. Like, I know how to dance now. And like telling Jenna what to do. And I was like, wow, I understand this is supposed to be a joke, but... this is not a good
Yeah.
This is not a good look for him if you didn't already hate his guts. This is not going to make you feel any better. So, go away.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was Dancing with the Stars. Are you going to go back and watch it now or fast forward liberally?
Oh, but you know what? There may be some fast forwarding.
Maybe not fast. I'm really enjoying the fact that Val and Artem were eliminated so early in that they're doing all these troop dances. I mean, bad news for the troop guys, I guess. But it's like, seems like in and out of every commercial we have Artem and Gleb and Val doing some dances. And they're so fun. I really enjoy watching them. Like, not having to dance with somebody who doesn't know how to dance, but just dance very confidently with other pros. It's really fun.
And that's the kind of stuff that I usually fast forward through when I'm rushing to try to watch. So now I can spend
especially
a little time.
There's that one with the three guys and then Whitney and Brittany and Jenna, they're sort of wearing flowy dresses and the guys I think have like open shirts. Watch that one. That was very nicely done. Especially Artem and Whitney, I thought were very good.
Good. Okay.
All right. Well, moving away from dancing to Arizona Dirtbags.
Right.
We watched the latest Good Placed episode called A Fractured Inheritance. Boy, doesn't that just trip off the tongue. In which Eleanor is reunited with her mother, though her mother has changed her name and, faked her death.
Right.
And Tahani finally, apparently makes peace with her sister. But we'll see. Anyway, what did you think of A Fractured Inheritance, Catherine?
I thought it was pretty fun. We didn't get enough Chidi. This is, as you said, with the way that they're doing this little run of episodes, it's very focused on just one or two of the squad, and then you miss the others.
But I have to say that one of my favorite moments was when Tahani's sister says to him, "Your fears are mine now," and he walks away and he's feeling all good. My fears are hers now, and then something happens. He goes, "My fears are back.
They're back.
They're mine now."
Yeah,
that was wonderful.
Yes, it was. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. Just Michael, Eleanor's mother's boyfriend, Dave. Casually asked Michael what he does, and so he says, "Well, he's an architect." Oh, me too. So that was kind of fun.
Very good episode for Ted Danson. He was adorable.
Yes, he had a lot of great reactions.
He really did.
Yes.
I
agree. Good one for him.
I enjoyed the episode much more than I enjoyed last week's. I'm still not sure about this, why we have to be focusing on everybody's family, but I guess we're about done with that now. Because did we know Tahani's parents were dead? Or I guess cryogenically frozen, but still, no longer.
I wasn't clear on that, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that.
So I think we've dispatched everybody's remaining family.
We don't know what happened to Chidi's parents, do we?
Oh, that's true. We know what his name means, but we don't... we don't know of any family members for Chidi.
Yeah.
But now it looks like we're moving on to the Chidi and Eleanor were in love thing again, which we already sort of did in The Good Place, and now I guess we have to do on Earth. But that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it was entertaining, and I thought it did a good job of sort of processing all of Eleanor's complicated feelings for her mother. And,
and showing, just chipping away at her.
Yeah.
At her tough exterior.
Right. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And, let's see where we go from here.
Right.
Move on.
And the podcast, if you listened,
yes.
Had a kind of odd little assortment of actors and then the graphic designer for the show. So. Yes,
and the actor who played Dave and the actress who played Tahani's sister, Camilla.
Right.
Yes. And whose voice is somewhat similar
to Jamila Jamil, who plays Tahani. Yes,
it was just
totally.
a little disorienting. But she seemed very cute.
She did seem...
Not at all as awful as the sister is.
No.
She is really a piece of work.
Yes.
They're both pretty messed up young ladies.
And we got a little glimpse of why and how that is.
Yes, exactly. The parents. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Awful. So, yeah, like you said last week, minimal Jason this week. But, made his, as with Chidi, made his scenes worthwhile with his art commentary.
Right. Getting Janet to tell him the value of every painting.
That's right.
That they encountered. So.
Yes. When will we get back to their romance, if ever? But first, we got to get to Chidi and Eleanor. Maybe it'll come out next week when that gets discussed, too. But, ready for the next?
Yeah, definitely.
Onward. We interrupt this podcast to remind you to please consider the free Radio Public app for all your Parenting Roundabout listening needs. If you listen to our podcast on the app, we'll get paid a little for each listen and more if you listen a lot.
It's a great way to financially support our podcast without having to actually spend, money.
Now, back to the episode. And then we also watched the West Wing episode No Exit.
Yes.
Which I can see why it was one of Josh Molina's favorites, because it certainly has a great Will Bailey content after he's been very, very light for many of these episodes.
Yes.
Anything that's a scene between him and Toby is always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed this episode.
Otherwise, an odd episode.
It is odd, but I enjoyed the pairings of people and the banter that happened, or the sometimes little, maybe bickering is a better word than banter. I don't know. And the whole this is what happens when there's a lockdown and there's a situation, and kind of I like this is the process.
Yes.
Episodes. So, that was kind of
even though in the end it is humongously unclear what exactly went on.
Yeah.
Even after they called the writer, it was still unclear.
I know. Yeah. In the podcast because I just assumed, okay, yeah, it was what Butterfield said, that it was a drill.
Yeah.
But then they introduced the idea in the podcast that, maybe it's covering up.
It's like clear in that the last scene between Bartlett and Butterfield makes it seem as though it really was something. So
see, the way I interpreted that when I watched it before I listened to the podcast was that they have a bead on somebody who is making threats or who's, testing things out, and that they're watching. And so they did this drill to be prepared because of this person or persons that they're worried about.
Yeah.
That was how I interpreted it, but that could be completely.
Well, it seems like that's how the writer meant it, but I don't think it came off that way. I don't know why. I remember watching this the first time and going, what?
Right.
But really, it's a contrivance so we can get these pairs of people together and have these little scenes.
Right.
Which makes me enjoy those scenes a little bit less, since it is so clearly a contrivance. Let's shake up the character dice and spill out two. All right,
Leo and Tabby. Okay, let's see what they would talk about.
Yeah, well, I was glad that Kate Harper got a little bit more of a scene, and she handled Josh very nicely. I had forgotten how monumental her bangs were in these early ones. I don't think she kept those bangs forever, but
they're significant.
Quite something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she was fun. She was good in this.
Yeah, she was.
I know they were saying they were a little disappointed that in the end she did tell Josh why his joke wasn't okay, but I am just telling myself that she just made that up.
Oh. She certainly could have.
Just to lead him on a little bit.
Right.
But she keeps her badass cred.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, so that was... and, of course, as we said, the Will and Toby scene was pretty great. And nice to have Lily Tomlin along, sneezing and being decontaminated. And just hanging.
And very annoyed that she does not have access to a deck of cards.
That's right. I would like to think that Debbie brings a few decks of cards and leaves them in that room after that experience. If we ever have to do this again, I'm playing poker.
I'm going to be ready.
And we're alluding to Charlie having financial problems. I don't recall if that ever comes up again. But
well, then that's
and apparently,
sort of
potential contamination problems as well. But
right. Yeah, that was kind of mean to do to him, like, to make him feel like it was his fault, even for a short time. Like, he brought it there and
I know.
Caused
Why
all
are we
this.
dumping on Charlie?
I know.
That's not right.
I mean, they did. It was only briefly that they led him to believe that, but still, yeah. Well,
President got shot because somebody was shooting at him, so I guess he has a long history of putting people in peril. It just rolls off his back now. Oh, yeah, I brought in some terrible... I brought in the plague. Okay, fine. Did all in a day's work.
Oh, boy.
Oh, well. So 2 more episodes of season 5.
Yeah.
2 more episodes, and we can put this difficult stretch of episodes behind us. 2 more in front of us, though. Right. So next week, we will be watching the West Wing episode Gaza. Mm-hmm. And we will be watching an episode of The Good Place, the title of which I do not know. And we will also be watching Dancing with the Stars, and Dancing with the Stars Juniors will be back. It was not on this week because it was Mickey Mouse's birthday, and such must be celebrated on Sundays. So they will be back on Saturday.
So we got a reprieve from crying children.
Yes, on crying children. I figure what they should do, and they could do this since it's pre-recorded. They should have a montage of that kids' dances.
Yes.
Like best moments of the dances, or if it's early days, just their one dance they did or whatever. Show them doing their thing and then end with it in a group hug or something.
Yeah.
They could do that very easily. Mm-hmm. And then you're celebrating the wonderful things they did and not the terrible, cry-worthy rejection that they're suffering at this moment.
I like that. Good idea.
Get on it. Get on it, producers. You can do it for the rest of this episodes. You could do it. It's not too late.
No, it's not.
We expect to see that next week. Come on.
Use your week off.
That's right.
Put in some time in the editing booth, please.
We know you have the footage. And that is going to be it for our round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes, including our daily speed rounds and weekly group chats. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Goodbye, Catherine.
Bye, Terry.
Goodbye, everybody.